is a monster matchup, Jim Begley.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And it's hoisted clear. Danilo making good progress on the right-hand side. Played into the middle. Oh, smashing header! Couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Now that's well seen too. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Portugal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Bremer gently done. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That's a cute ball. Bremer tries to clear. Rafinha. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Danilo. That's good play. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Keeper's not concerned by that. Gonzalo Ramos! Gonzalo Ramos! Oh, that was no routine save!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
João Cancelo. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Fabinho has given away a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Ruben Neves. And it's Cancelo. João Neves. And here's Neto. And that's a good... Pedro Neto! Just off target.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Moved on forwards. Fabinho. Rafinha, and here's Vinicius Junior. Danilo picks it up now. Big chance! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Gonzalo Inacio. Araujo forwards and with intent. Bruno Guimaraes producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, sweet feet. And it's Cancelo. João Cancelo, and that's aimed into the middle. Marquinhos aim forwards. Rafinha. Good play on the left-hand side here. And here's Rafinha. Chooses to go back. He's got space in. He's had a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And it's played forward. João Felix. Oh, that's neat. And here's Neto. And it's Vitinha. João Neves. Over to the left. Played in with purpose. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Tries to get it clear. Vitinha with the cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Rafinha played out to the left flank. Tries a measured ball. And he's there to clear it. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Ramos. Pedro Neto spread out to the left. João Felix. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Could be danger here. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. And they can counter here. That's really well manoeuvred. Aim forwards. Oh, Rafinha! And it's come back out to him. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Brazil really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Brazil. Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
And here's Neto. João Neves. João Felix. And here's Ramos. And he's straight offside. Ederson, long ball by the goalkeeper. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Vitinha. Portugal suffering an early setback and looking to reel it back in.
Look, they've simply been punished for a sleepy start. Time for that wake-up call.
Fabinho. Portugal already required to chase the game. And here's Vinicius Junior. Brilliantly cut out. And here's Rafinha. And it's Guimaraes. Tries a shot! Magnificent! He's got himself an absolute peach. And this is getting better and better. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And here's Ramos. Mendes looking to hit the byline here. Pedro Neto, out to the left it goes. And the shot! Bremer. Fabinho. Bremer. Marquinhos. Marquinhos gently done. And here's Rafinha. Inacio gets it clear. Oh, they could be caught out here. Cross goes in there. Araujo gets good distance on it. And it's Mendes. João Felix. Picks it up out wide. Bruno Mendes. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Moved on forwards. Araujo. João Cancelo. João Cancelo chooses to go cross-field. Strong running down that left flank. Joao Felix. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Up he goes! Not the best of contact, given it wasn't the easiest of chances.
Well, by crossing the ball so quickly, I think this defence just can't get set to deal with it. I think deserved a better outcome than what we saw, but worth exploring more.
And it's played forward. And here's Vinicius Junior. Clearly not happy with that. Joao Felix. Now it's Pedro Neto. Joao Cancelo. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto. Now that's a fine challenge. And they've got Reed. Fabinho. Marquinhos. Aim forwards. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Caught offside that time. Bremer. Danilo. Now it's Joao Felix. Joao Felix stood his ground strongly. Joao Felix showing good feet. And it's Neves. Joao Neves played out to the left flank. This looks promising. Real chance! He's got a goal! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Marquinhos. Marquinhos shifted upfield. Ruben Neves. Inacio played over towards the opposite flank. And here's Ramos. Looking to break at pace. been cut short. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Out to the right. Lovely bit of skill. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. It's crossed into the middle. Firmly met. Fabinho. João Cancelo. Gonçalo Inácio. Bruno Guimaraes. And here's Rafinha. Tries a deft little ball. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Vitinha. And here's Ramos. He's got to be in here. He is through here. Bremer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. João Neves. Araujo looks to the other side. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. João Cancelo. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto. That's a delicate pass. And that'll be a goal kick. That's really well manoeuvred. Marquinhos gently done. Rafinha looking to run onto it. And reclaimed it in a trice. Mendes, delicate ball, and it needs to be. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And here's Vinicius Junior. It could be in here. Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Oh, good spread. João Neves. Now he's got space here. And it's Mendes. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Now then, what's happening here? He is already on a yellow. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
Ruben Neves! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They have hauled themselves right back into it. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. This has become one superb game of football.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Rafinha in acres of space out wide. And that was nowhere near his best. João Felix. Nuno Mendes. Portugal have hit a quick-fire double here and are right back on level terms. Great work on the overlap. That has been knocked clear. Bruno Guimaraes. And here's Rafinha. Foot in. Pedro Neto. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Danilo. Vinicius Junior. No, he's overshot the green. Inacio, and he goes cross-field. Now, what's he got in mind? Now it's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. It'll be a throw-in. Can he deliver? That's tidy. Vitinha. João Neves. Thumps it clear. Bruno Guimaraes. And here's Rafinha. Nice control. Moved on forwards. Marquinhos. Brazil have got it back and they'll have another go. Rafinha chasing after it. Pedro Neto. The counter is on for Portugal. And here's Neto. And it's hoisted clear. Bruno Guimaraes getting this one clear. João Felix. Oh, a delicate chip. Pedro Neto! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Portugal have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Pass is intercepted. João Felix. Gonzalo Ramos. Over to the left. Goes for a shot! Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's a great ball here. And that has been clubbed away and claimed it back swiftly. And it's Mendes. João Neves. Aimed in towards the centre. Carries far too far and out of play. Rafinha spread out to the left. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bruno Guimaraes. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Calmly anticipates. Marquinhos. Bremer forwards and with intent. That's really well manoeuvred. João Felix. João Cancelo given the lift of his goal. And here's Ramos. He's having a shot! A terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Ruben Neves with the short one. And here's João Felix. Moved on forwards. Vinicius Junior, who's on a run down the left wing. That is a great pick out. Now it's Rafinha. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. João Felix. Bruno Guimaraes wins the duel this time. Done delicately. And that pass just didn't quite work. João Felix. João Neves. Pedro Neto knocks it out wide. And here's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos! That was superb goalkeeping.
Gonzalo Ramos is offering a right smile there.
Oh, the clearance is short. João Felix. Rafinha. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Pedro Neto. And here's Ramos. And he's picked out the run. João Felix. Rafinha. Well, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. safely away. Chance! And that's off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Vitinha. Now this could be a chance. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pedro Neto, over to the left. Oh, such a clever touch. Shot a goal! That's really well cleared. Now it's Joao Felix. Nice defending, physical and effective. And it's Cancelo. And here's Neto. Joao Neves. Decent chance! Joao Neves. And the first half is done. Portugal are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. And we are up to the break.
Well, what an enjoyable first half. Just when you think a two-goal lead can be decisive, it's gone again, and I hope the goals keep coming.
Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. Brazil get the ball rolling for the second period. Vinicius Junior. Pedro Neto. Joao Felix. Gonzalo Ramos. Nuno Mendes. He's in, surely! Gonzalo Ramos unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Brema. Danilo. And it's Danilo. Bruno Guimaraes. Vinicius Junior. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. So, what can they make of this? Ruben Neves. And here's Joao Felix. Lovely feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Brazil keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Danilo, who's set up one goal so far. Fabinho. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Great run on the overlap here. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Vinicius Junior. Out to the left it goes. Oh, that's nice. There are a few waiting for it. Crosses it in here. Has found him in acres of space. Great challenge, time to perfection. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Vinicius Junior!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class. It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Vitinha. Araujo shifted upfield. And here's Ramos. And it's played forward. Well, they could break here. Danilo. Bremer. Danilo. João Neves. He's found the way through. Gonzalo Ramos. Ederson sends that a long way. Vitinha. Played towards the other side. Pedro Neto. João Cancelo. That's very neat. Thinks one through. João Cancelo looking to get on the end of this. Bruno Guimaraes. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Ruben Neves. João Cancelo. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Danilo. Bruno Guimaraes. Danilo. Rafinha. Over to the left. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. He's got away. He is just caressing the ball. And it's Neves. Rafinha, now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's shifting through the gears here.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Hoisted in. Well, they are still trailing. And they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. Well timed, excellent interception. Ruben Neves. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Listen, it's not nice and it's not clever, Peter, but it has to be done when he tries to make one of those telling runs.
And back to the goalkeeper. Araujo. Inacio aimed forwards. Danilo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. João Felix. Chance here to counter. Bremer does really well to win the ball there. Well, the Defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. João Cancelo shifted upfield. Bruno Guimaraes. Danilo. Bremer. Bruno Guimaraes. Danilo. Now here's the delivery. João Felix. Mendes going full steam ahead down the left flank. Can he latch on to this? Oh, what a climb! It's a goal!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Marquinhos. And it's Danilo. Bruno Guimaraes. And here's Vinicius Junior. Just about up to the hour now. Rafinha. And here's Vinicius Junior. Danger averted for now. Vitinha, gently done. Fabinho. Rafinha. And here's Vinicius Junior. Picks it up out wide. A header! And he's there to get it away. Danilo. Bruno Guimaraes. Rafinha. Lovely, now then. João Cancelo. Nuno Mendes. Portugal do retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. João Felix. Vitinha. Very nicely done. Now it's João Felix. Cross from Cancelo. Marquinhos getting this one clear. Rafinha. Rafinha chooses to go cross-field. Danilo battling down that right flank. Vinicius Junior. He can get that clear. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And there's green grass ahead of him. And it's Danilo. That is lovely. Danilo gets a cross in. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Joao Felix with the clearance. Vitinha. Joao Felix. Nuno Mendes. And he's pulled him up for that challenge. And that's going to be a booking. Gonzalo Inacio. And it's Vitinha. Vinicius Junior. Oh, played through for the wide man. As a mighty relief. João Cancelo climbs up big! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Brazil, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Succumbs to the pressure. And now the breakaway. Joao Felix. Vitinha. Played out to the right. Nice interception, well timed. Bruno Guimaraes, and it's Danilo. Vinicius Junior, might be danger here. João Neves. Pedro Neto, moved on forwards. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Araujo. Vitinha. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Vitinha forwards and with intent. Hit into them. There's the header! And he's there to clear it. Ruben Neves. Vitinha out towards the flank. Oh, nice touch. Nuno Mendes tries a cross. Vitinha! No, not quite.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
cuts out the supply. And it's played forward. Nuno Mendes. Ruben Neves. Joao Felix. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Do have a chance to counter here. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Marquinhos.
If they're happy keeping possession, fair enough, Peter, but it isn't going to help them pose much of a threat by keeping it there.
Vitinha played out towards the right wing. Marquinhos. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Great work on the overlap. Rafinha. Araujo tries to clear. João Cancelo. That's really well manoeuvred. Well read, nice interception. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's played forward. And a play for a throw. Oh, good spread. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's in a good position here.
Portugal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. And that has been cleared. And that's been well dealt with. Portugal given another corner. Brazil have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
I think you have to admire his will.
There's the header! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Bremer aim forwards. Marquinhos, and he goes cross-field. Bruno Guimaraes. And here's Vinicius Junior. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's looking to win it for them. And it's Mendes. Can he get onto this? There's the header! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Fabinho attempts a clearance. Rafinha wins the duel this time. Into the channel.
Portugal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Marquinhos head over towards the opposite flank. Moved on forwards. That's a throw. Ruben Neves. João Felix. And here's Ramos. João Felix shapes to shoot! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Out to the right. Ibanez. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Mendes cuts out the pass. Araujo. João Neves. Pedro Neto. João Neves. João Cancelo. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Clears it away. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, with him already been on a yellow, he should know much better than that.
Ruben Neves! Oh, special! That is a special goal! A finish of true class! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, that is a bit special. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Receives it in a good position here. Shoots! They've scored! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Simplicity itself.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Out for a throw. And it's Ruben Neves. Caresses it through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Portugal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Lobbed in behind.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Gonzalo Inacio. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
João Neves looking for a run-up. Pedro Neto.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Rema. Ibanez. Rema. Bruno Guimaraes. Ibanez. Into the last 5 minutes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Araujo. Pedro Neto. João Cancelo. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Cross it goes. Chance for a shot! Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Vinicius Junior! Rafinha. Could be danger here. Oh, it's played into the area.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Nuno Mendes. Gonzalo Inacio. Played out to the right. Vitinha. And it's Mendes. And here's Neto.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Fabinho. Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, can he get onto this? Vitinha. Oh, good ball! João Cancelo. That's very neat. Aimed in towards the centre.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Bruno Guimaraes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
João Cancelo played with finesse. Nuno Mendes. One good cross, maybe the last chance. And that was very necessary. Pedro Neto. And here's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos. Vitinha laid out to the left flank. Now, what about a counter-attack? Proves too strong. And it's Mendes. Spread out to the left. And across. It's a mighty effort! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And now he has two. Portugal making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Portugal take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find it necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
And here's Rafinha. Rafinha, and it's lofted through here. Brazil could have here their final chance. They've played it short. Ibanez. It's a good run down the right. Keeper's dealt with that. They need to get it in quick. Very much into the last knockings. Brazil have to get it into the box and quickly. Fabinho. Real chance here. Matheus Cunha. That's a good ball. Vinicius Junior! Needs a quality cross. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Portugal leaving.